Jason Statham was not born into comfort, privilege, or certainty. He entered the world on July 26, 1967, in Shirebrook, Derbyshire, a place where opportunity felt distant and survival demanded effort. His childhood unfolded in modest conditions, shaped by a father who worked tirelessly in multiple trades and a mother who pursued dance with fading applause. From an early age, Jason learned that stability was fragile and nothing was guaranteed. He followed his father through markets, learning how to sell, negotiate, and endure rejection with dignity. While other children imagined futures, Jason learned presence, balance, and grit. These early years taught him discipline long before fame ever whispered his name. Poverty did not harden him into bitterness, but sharpened his awareness. The streets became his first classroom, and survival his earliest skill. Every lesson learned there would later surface in his work, even when the world only saw explosions and speed. Discipline found in water and silence. Before cameras and scripts, Jason Statham found purpose in motion. While others chased footballs, he chased precision. At age 12, he began diving training at the Crystal Palace National Sports Center, starting far later than most competitive athletes. He knew the odds were against him, but persistence mattered more than timing. The pool became a place of silence, where discipline replaced distraction and repetition replaced doubt. He trained longer than others, often alone, learning patience through still water and courage through controlled fear. In 1990, he represented England at the Commonwealth Games, a reward for years of relentless effort. Yet in 1992, he narrowly missed Olympic selection, falling just short of his ultimate goal. It was a quiet disappointment, not a public failure, but it changed him. Instead of breaking, it redirected him. Jason learned that loss does not erase effort. It reshapes it into resolve. London's survival and the refusal to quit. After walking away from competitive diving, Jason entered London without a safety net. The city was unforgiving, gray, and demanding. He lived modestly, sometimes uncomfortably, selling perfume, watches, and small items on the street to survive. It was not glamorous, but it was honest. He worked days, trained nights, and refused shortcuts. These years taught him dignity in effort and strength in routine. Jason never pretended the struggle was noble, but he respected himself for enduring it. Physical training remained constant, not for appearance, but for control and clarity. He learned that confidence comes not from praise, but from persistence. Those years shaped his voice, posture, and presence in ways no acting school could. London did not give him opportunity easily, but it forged patience and resilience. Every rejection reinforced a simple belief: momentum matters more than approval, and survival is built one day at a time. An unexpected door into film. Jason Statham's entry into acting was not planned or polished. It was organic, accidental, and deeply authentic. While working as a model and training, he crossed paths with filmmaker Guy Ritchie, who was searching for real voices rather than trained performances. Jason did not audition traditionally. He spoke, shared stories, and showed lived experience. That honesty became his audition. In Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, he did not pretend to be a hustler, he embodied one. The role was modest in pay but monumental in impact. Audiences responded to his sharp delivery and grounded presence. He felt different from traditional leading men, not refined, but real. The film's success opened doors without reshaping him. He did not chase celebrity, he followed momentum. The camera responded to his authenticity. For the first time, Jason realized his past had not been a detour, but preparation for something unexpected. Building a new kind of action star. As his career grew, Jason Statham reshaped the modern action hero. Films like Snatch and The Transporter showcased speed, discipline, and realism rather than exaggerated spectacle. He trained relentlessly, mastering combat systems and physical control, often performing his own stunts. The work demanded pain tolerance, focus, and responsibility. Injuries became part of the process, not badges of pride, but reminders of risk. Jason believed honesty on screen required honesty in effort. He avoided shortcuts, choosing authenticity over comfort. Between 2002 and 2010, he worked at a relentless pace, building credibility through consistency. Not every project succeeded, and criticism arrived as often as praise. Yet he remained steady, adapting without abandoning himself. Success did not come from reinvention, but from refinement. He became known not for perfection, but reliability. Audiences trusted him because he never pretended to be anything other than what he was: fame, pressure, and private cost. With global recognition came expectations that extended beyond the screen. Jason Statham became associated with intensity, strength, and control, even when exhaustion lingered behind the scenes. Fame amplified pressure rather than easing it. Long shoots, travel, and physical demands strained his personal life. Relationships were affected by distance and silence, not from lack of care, but from emotional fatigue. Jason carried responsibility quietly, preferring action to explanation. He admitted that success can isolate as easily as it elevates. The more recognizable he became, the less space he felt to pause. Still, he refused to complain publicly, believing resilience should be practiced, not announced. The industry valued his reliability, sometimes overlooking the human cost behind it. Yet Jason endured, not chasing validation, but sustaining momentum. The applause was loud, but the quiet moments were heavier. He learned that strength does not eliminate vulnerability. It simply carries it forward. Love, stability, and a different pace. Later in life, Jason Statham found balance through connection rather than motion. His relationship with Rosie Huntington-Whiteley introduced calm, where chaos had once dominated. Their bond grew slowly, rooted in trust rather than spectacle. With her, Jason learned the value of stillness. Fatherhood deepened that transformation. Becoming a parent reshaped his priorities, replacing constant pursuit with presence. He began protecting privacy, choosing family over visibility. Fame no longer defined success, peace did. He acknowledged the cost of time missed and moments watched from afar, but growth came with awareness. Home became grounding rather than transitional. Jason did not abandon his career but reframed it. Work supported life, not the other way around. The shift did not weaken him, it stabilized him. In choosing balance, he found a quieter strength, one built not on endurance alone, but intention and care. Confronting risk and mortality. Jason Statham's career has always involved risk, but moments of real danger reshaped his understanding of consequence. On set, accidents and losses reminded him that strength does not equal invincibility. These experiences brought humility and reflection, reinforcing respect for safety and preparation. He became more deliberate, recognizing that responsibility extends beyond performance. Every risk carried weight, not just for him, but for those around him. Jason learned to honor caution without losing courage. These moments did not diminish his drive, but refined it. He continued to work intensely, but with deeper awareness. The line between dedication and recklessness became clearer. Survival was no longer assumed. It was appreciated. In acknowledging vulnerability, he strengthened longevity. The lessons were quiet but permanent. Risk, once routine, became something to approach with gratitude and restraint. Through these experiences, Jason evolved from fearless to mindful, understanding that longevity requires respect for limits. Legacy beyond action and applause. Today, Jason Statham stands not as an untouchable icon, but as proof that resilience can mature into wisdom. His success was built through discipline, patience, and refusal to surrender identity. Wealth followed effort, not entitlement, and comfort never erased memory. He remains grounded, valuing simplicity over spectacle. Training continues, not for roles, but for balance. Giving back matters, especially to communities that reflect his own beginnings. Jason understands the power of opportunity because he lived without it. His legacy is not defined by box office numbers alone, but by consistency and integrity. He does not chase relevance, he protects meaning. Behind every performance lies a life shaped by effort, loss, and growth. The streets did not break him, they prepared him. His story is not about becoming invincible, but becoming whole. In standing tall today, Jason Statham proves that survival, when guided by purpose, can become a legacy of quiet strength.